Hi Year 9, welcome back to your lessons on unseen poetry. Today is your second unseen poetry lesson. Your dinner task is on the board and it involves matching the terms on the left hand side with the definitions on the right hand side. You can do that in a number of ways. You could highlight them in certain colours, you could number them, you could copy them out. It's up to you. So what you need to do then is try and match each one of those definitions with the term. Pause the video and do that now. Okay, let's see how you did then. So, stanza then is a verse. It's used to divide poems into sections. Adjective is a describing word. Imagery is creating pictures through words using similes and metaphors. Repetition is when you repeat words or sentence structures. Verbs are doing words to show actions. Personification is giving an inanimate object human characteristics. Triplets is listing three ideas. And alliteration is starting words close to each other with the same letter. So how did you do? Now, as I said last lesson, we're going to spend quite a lot of time in the near future looking at poetry. So this week we're doing unseen poetry while you're at home. But next week you're back in the academy and we are going to be doing the GCSE poems that you need to be looking at for that. Okay, so we really do need to get these terms and definitions absolutely learned in our heads, okay, because it's going to be really important. So we're going to be able to identify some features of unseen poems today, and you've got three outcomes there on the board. First of all, it's that key terminology I've just been talking about, then to identify meaning within a poem, and then to comment on that meaning in an unseen poem. And like I said yesterday, or last lesson, it's all about confidence. It's all about just throwing yourself in and being willing to have a go. So the poem that we're going to be looking at today is on the board. You will probably recognise it. Again, like I said yesterday, looking at songs is a good way to start because it perhaps gives you that bit more confidence that you know the song. Okay, so what I want you to do first of all is read it through. So pause the video, do that now. So the question we're going to be looking at over the rest of today's lesson is at the bottom of the board now. In the poem Halo, how does the speaker present her feelings towards her loved one? Okay, so we're going to look at how you can break that down, how you can work through a poem to work this out. So first things first, start with the title. What is a halo? Okay, what does it tell you about the poem and the opinions in it? So halo is a ring of light that hovers over the head like an angel would wear. So you've got an emoji there with a halo. So that's the halo is the gold ring above the head. What does that tell you then? So the halo is linked to angels. It's linked to heaven. So what does that tell you? Who is it that's got a halo in this poem? Number two, read through the poem and try and think about what the main idea is in each section. So for each of these stanzas, what does it mean? What's it about? Can you summarise it? How does the tone of the poem change in the fourth stanza? Okay, why do you think it's changed? So what's it like at first? What's it like after the change? So while you're doing that, you need to keep in mind what the question is, which is how does the speaker present her feelings towards her loved one? Okay, so I'd like you to pause the video and have a go at those three tasks now. Okay, welcome back. Let's see how you did. So here are my answers. You can read through, compare them to yours. It would be a good idea to extend your answers as well. So halo is a biblical religious reference and it relates to angels in heaven. This could perhaps suggest that the writer feels as though their lover is their angel, saving them from hard times and guiding them to a better life. Alternatively, we could also read it as a death reference because angels ultimately are dead, aren't they? And suggest that perhaps the poet feels the relationship's dying and that they're losing a part of their life. Maybe we need to analyse a bit more to work it out. So let's look at these stanzas then. So paragraph 1 or stanza 1 makes me think that perhaps she was guarded in the beginning of their relationship, so she didn't let her innermost thoughts and feelings out because she'd been hurt before. So we know that because of these walls. Remember the walls I built? Okay, but once she got to know her lover, it was easy to trust him, and those metaphorical walls, they weren't real walls, were they? She didn't actually build walls to keep people out. So the metaphorical walls she built were taken down by him, and it was painless. It says they didn't even put up a fight. Okay, now that's personification as well, isn't it? Because a wall can't put up a fight. Okay, or make a sound, so it's making it sound like a person. Paragraph 2. So that leads me to think that my initial ideas was right. She's literally saying that her lover is an angel, linking back to the connotations that we discussed in the stuff about the title. Okay, so standing in the light of your halo, I got my angel now. Stanza 3, paragraph 3. So she's discussing how this lover has improved her life. Okay, it's like she's been awakened. Every rule has been broken. It's a risk that she's taken. Okay, so she's discussing how her life is better because of these things, how it saves her from being hurt. Okay, she clearly feels safe with him, and that she is able to be trusted, trust other people. Okay, so you can pause now and add more detail to your own paragraphs. Okay, so how does the tone of the poem change? And so the highlighted bit there, you know you're my saving grace. So she seems to have now accepted his love and is discussing the impact he's had upon her life. Until this point, her thoughts were consumed by the idea of keeping him out. Okay, but now she's let him in. She seems happy and contented. I think the change occurs here to show that once you fall in love, your life changes, and it almost feels like you have this angel looking out for you and caring for you. She clearly feels that without him, she would have faltered or fallen. So again, you can add detail to your own answer by pausing now. So I want you to have a go at writing an introduction to an essay. Okay, so the essay title you need to copy out as your title in the poem Halo. How does the speaker present her feelings towards her loved one? The example, then, introduction is on the board. It is clear in the poem Halo that the poet has strong feelings towards her lover. She feels as though he's an angel who's become her saving grace, and suggesting that she feels he's protected her and made her life better whilst they've been together. This idea is supported by the following analysis of language and structural features, so the bit that we're going to do next. Okay, that's it for today. Next lesson, we're going to work through Halo in a bit more detail and look at how we can write an essay about it. Okay, so write your own introduction now, use the example to help you, and I will see you guys next lesson. Take care.